Hey there everyone, welcome to Violet's Dream Tarot. So today we are going to be doing the December general predictions, and then the next video that I film is going to be the love predictions for December, because I know that you generally like to have them kept separately, so that's just what I do on this channel. So all you need to do is look at the piles of cards as always and kind of ask yourself what's coming up for me in December. But before I just show you what's on the piles, I want to say a big thank you to one of my subscribers and actually a client of mine, she's both, who has got us a new deck of cards. She wants to remain anonymous, so I'm respecting that, but she has got us the Witch's Wisdom Oracle, which I'm really excited to use. I actually posted one of these cards for the daily cards earlier this week or last week. I can't remember exactly what day it was, but I posted it quite recently over on my Instagram. Really like the deck. I love the colors. As you know, I really like purple, and yeah, it's just such a beautiful deck. So thank you so much to that client of mine. Thank you for your kindness and your generosity. We will really enjoy using this deck on the channel. I'm sure everyone will enjoy seeing it. I also want to say a big thank you to all of my patrons, including Alex, Alexandra, Kat, Ashley, Jeanette, and Kelly. Thank you so much to you for all of your support. As always, I really appreciate it. So now let's take a look at the piles of cards that I've got today. So again, just ask yourself what's coming up for me in December, or what can I expect in December? What have I got to look forward to perhaps in December? So pile one, we've kind of got this landscape of a girl with what to me look like Christmas trees, you know, these decorated trees. There are kind of diamonds in the sky, and we will be using the Dark Mansion Tarot for pile one. So you can go by which deck of cards you're feeling most drawn to, or by the picture. I used some of these pictures in my last reading, the how to move on from a breakup or a friendship disappointment reading, and that seemed to be quite popular. You really kind of liked these pictures, so I'm using them again. Group two has like a moon, like a crescent moon, and a guy is playing what I think is a violin, and he's on the water, and for that one we'll be using the Halloween Tarot. And then pile three has this lovely lighthouse with a girl up there. There are birds flying through the air, and we'll be using the Faery Tarot for that one. So whichever pile or image you feel the most drawn to, not the one that you find the most beautiful, but just the one that you feel the most intuitively pulled towards, is going to be the most accurate reading for you. It's okay to watch more than one pile if you feel really drawn to two, but you might find in that case that you only resonate with about half of what's being said in each reading, which is completely fine and normal. As always, this is a general reading on YouTube. It's not a private reading, so if there's anything that doesn't resonate with you or that you think really doesn't fit with your situation, that's fine. Just kind of release it, bless it, send it off, and it's for someone else in a similar situation but not quite the same to you. So with that being said, whenever you're ready, pause the video if you need more time. I'm going to start with pile number one. Hey there group one, if you chose the girl with the Christmas trees and the lovely cloudy sky, plus the Dark Mansion Tarot, where am I going to put this? Maybe like there. Then this is going to be your reading. So let's see what the cards have to say for you. Can't believe it's going to be December already. Let's see what's going to happen in the last month of this year for you. Okay, so we'll see what your tarot cards have to say, and then we'll get you plenty of oracle cards as well. And of course, if you're new to the channel, we do charms and dice here as well once I've got all the cards laid out. So make sure you stick around and get your full reading. So we've got the 10 of Swords, first of all, and the 5 of Pentacles. This kind of reminds me of like A Christmas Carol. 6 of Cups. 3 of Pentacles, and so does that actually. I think the way they're dressed, very Victorian. 6 of Wands, and the World. Wow, so there's a lot of very varied messages coming through for you. I think you've got a lot going on just anyway, group one. I feel like there's a lot of conflicted feelings going on here. I definitely get that a lot of you are worried about money. especially possibly how to afford gifts for your children or for family members. Maybe you're worried that you're going to have to travel to see family members over the festive period, and you're worried about that, or you're worried about the health of yourself or other family members, because that as well comes through in the Five of Pentacles, being concerned that maybe older people or more vulnerable people might suffer during the winter time. Yeah, and this Ten of Swords in the World is interesting as well, because I kind of get the sense that you feel just a little bit overcome with the events of this year. And I think towards December, you're just feeling like so done with everything. And it could be tied in with the worry about money or about other people. But I feel as the month approaches, like in the early days of December, you are worried about how you're going to cope with it all. Maybe you're one of those people that gets very overwhelmed at the thought of seeing lots of people, and so you're worried that you're going to have to be seeing lots of family members or seeing lots of friends, and you just find that overwhelming. Or maybe conversely, you're worried that you won't be able to see everyone, and that's causing you issues of guilt or worry. So I'm definitely getting that, but I see things improving as the month progresses. Like I see this being kind of more nebulous worries at the beginning, where you're just thinking, no, this could go wrong, or this could turn out like this, and then I see things going pretty well. Partly because I think that in general, you're not someone who is an overspender, you're not someone who is reckless with money. So I see you being able to manage the money sides of things. I see you being able to manage all of the practicalities, etc. There's not too much logistically that I seem to be concerned about for you in this month. So if you're worried about who's coming around for meals or get-togethers or anything, I don't think you have anything to worry about as far as that's concerned. I think you're going to be seeing that a lot of people truly care about you in this month. People are going to be showing you that they care. I think there's going to be a lot of reminiscing and nostalgia as well, a lot of catching up with other people. And then there's also going to be something to celebrate, which is really nice. And so, of course, this could be just Christmas or whatever holiday you like to celebrate around this time, generally, or it could be that there's another announcement coming for you or someone that you care about, like a wedding or a birth announcement or a graduation on the horizon, something like that, some kind of qualification, something that will get people celebrating and coming together in a happy sense. And then, of course, the World, this feeling of bringing closure to this year, putting an end to this year finally, and getting ready to move on to something new. So I like this. And I like especially that the worries seem to be towards the beginning of the month, and then that seems to even out into nothing important, you know. So let's see what your oracle cards can tell us. Okay, so okay, number 40, rediscover your zeal. Pay attention to the passion you're feeling for discovery, learning, exploration, spirituality, travel, your work, or your relationship. Passion and desire go together, especially as inspiration. And what I love about this particular card is how colorful it is and how vibrant it is. So this is saying that things are going to become more exciting for you in this month. You're going to rediscover the things that make you happy, the things that make you excited that you've maybe lost sight of in recent times due to other things going on. So maybe you're one of those people who has kind of become overwhelmed with the idea of going out or any kind of socializing, just because you've so not been doing it recently and you've just been completely out of the loop and out of being used to doing that. But now you kind of get back into the swing of things. Then we have number 23, Ulland, Honeysuckle. So I will need to read the guidebook for that one, because that is a brand new deck that I'm just loving using because it's just so gorgeous. So I'll get you a couple more cards and then I'll turn to the guidebook. Keeper of Secrets, number 37. Use your discernment, confide in a trusted friend, keep silent about knowledge. Okay, interesting. So it may be that you're going to be telling someone something that you've been holding back for a while. You're going to be kind of opening up to someone. Don't know if some of you maybe have a secret crush and you want to let that person know, or you're just going to tell someone how you've been feeling and, you know, just let it all out to someone. Equally, someone may confide in you in December and you promise not to tell anyone, you promise to keep that person's confidence. Number 18, tree, let them go. Definitely I get this sense of this being a very cathartic month for you. I get this feeling of you just wanting to let this year just get over with. You just want to move on to something different. You want next year to be better. You want all of the disappointments of this year to be like a distant memory for you. Nothing will come of this situation, void of course moon. And exactly that's what I was feeling, was that your worries at the beginning of the month will turn out not to be important. Like they will turn out not to come true, and the things that you were worried about actually work out in a good way. So that's always a nice card to get in these situations. Union, wow, handfasting. Now that's so interesting because the Six of Wands is usually like a military card. When we get it, it's normally people who are like riding in from battle, having won the day. But in this deck, it's a wedding, whereas normally that would be something like the Four of Wands. So I find it super interesting that you've got this as well. So some of you may be getting proposed to in December, or you may have a family member or a close friend who is celebrating an engagement or an upcoming wedding, or who just maybe has had to postpone that and would like to use a get-together as a way to just celebrate the fact that they are still happy in their relationship. So let's take a look at the guidebook for this card before we get into any more cards. So honeysuckle. Okay. So honeysuckle is associated with Merlin, with the crone or hermit archetype, and with medicine men or women. And it's about hidden secrets. Wow, and that came out just before the Keeper of Secrets card. The lantern that lights the path, the need to protect something important, discovery, bringing light to the darkness, hidden treasure, the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. So this card represents hidden secrets that we're meant to discover. The hermit or ancient medicine woman holds the lantern for us as we make our way into ourselves. There is a store of great treasure and knowledge there for us to discover if we will begin the journey. We are encouraged to heal that which has been denied or repressed. We're invited to proceed with caution and enlist our spiritual helpers so that they can help light the darkness and illuminate the path of enlightenment. That's really interesting. And it's also about discerning falseness from truth, and therefore understanding who to trust, what to believe in, etc. So I find that really super interesting that you got that just in front of that card, because that's not a common meaning for cards to have generally. So let's see what else we get. Definitely seems to be some level of discovery or kind of understanding of something. I feel for some of you it's not necessarily that you learn a secret or that someone tells you a secret, but more that you finally understand why someone behaved in the way that they did, or even why you behaved in the way that you have done, or you finally understand the depth of a situation that you found confusing beforehand. (31) Dry desert. That's all about being adaptable. That's about finding your way through a difficult situation, you know, feeling like there aren't a lot of opportunities out there for you, but you're just going to go and take what you can from the situation. It's a very resilient card. Okay. Then we've got anxiety, but that was in the reverse, and that's number 18. You actually have 18 there as well, so that might be a special number for you. And then we've also got appreciation in the reverse, number 15. So appreciation in the reverse, I feel, is when you're kind of just not aware of all the things that you have got to be grateful for. You know, you focus so much on the worry or the things that you really don't want to happen, that you stop realizing the things that you have that are blessings, and the things that you have that other people would be happy to have, you know, because you've just kind of took them for granted without realizing. And the anxiety in the reverse says, finally, there is a relief. This nightmare of a card reversed could mean one or two things. Either a recent problem is on its way out, causing you to feel more relaxed, or you've mastered the old habit of worry and have freed yourself from the anxiety within. Either way, this is a good omen of more relaxed and peaceful times to come. Maintain a trusting attitude and let the difficulties and fear thoughts fade away into the distance. So I feel like it's also connected with what I was saying about your worry being unnecessary, that you realize that actually your worries were just wasting your time because what you were worried about didn't end up happening. Okay, then you've got two of these gorgeous cards. You've got Dragon, wow, beautiful card. And Swan. Okay, so I will just get you a work affirmation card, and then I'll read from those guidebooks, and then we will also do your charms and dice. So work affirmation for group 1. Success. I open the floodgates and call all kinds of success into my life. Little everyday at work success, big career-defining success, wild, unimagined, unexpected success. All success is welcome here, as long as it doesn't park in the neighbour's driveway. He will yell at us and break up the party. Fail. Okay, great. So it seems like you're going to have a lot to be happy about, a lot to be proud of, a lot to celebrate in this month. Let's just take a brief look at the Dragon and the Swan cards. I think the Dragon is related to the solar plexus chakra. Yeah. And so the Dragon is about seeing one's true self and balancing the ego. The Dragon sees everything. Its essence has been with us since before our first breath and will be there at our last. It watches us navigate the external world as well as our inner world. When Dragon energy is awakened, we are courageous, visionary, and can easily drop into witness consciousness. It's almost as if we're traveling with a great friend inside of ourselves. When we look in the mirror, deep into our eyes, we may even glimpse the self behind the self, the one who is watching us. This is the power of the Dragon, breathing transformative fire into every cell of our bodies. Witnessing this omnipotent energy, even for a brief moment, helps us to surrender and let go. We let the Dragon guide us. We hop on its back for a ride, and as we traverse even the most difficult terrain, the Dragon's eyes see beauty everywhere. So that's really beautiful. And then if we look for the Swan card. Okay, Swan is all about effortless creativity, sensitive mystic, and elegant power. The swan represents heightened creativity. In Hindu mythology, the goddess Saraswati, the embodiment of language, creativity, and artistry, rides on the back of this graceful creature. The swan is ready to take us there, to the fluid realm of writing, creating, and reflecting. This potent and healing energy is not to be taken for granted, like the appreciation card there, or taken lightly. When the Swan card appears, your soul is calling for attention, for solo time. An inner voice is waiting to be heard, an inner vision likely to be revealed. So that's super interesting, because like the Dragon card was all about seeing who you truly are, and then we've got all of these cards as well about learning something, understanding a secret. There's been a lot about discovery here, so I just find that super interesting that that's all come together in these cards. So yeah, I do think that you're going to be rediscovering some kind of creative talent to help you express yourself in the month of December. So now I'm going to do your charms, group 1, and just a quick warning before I do, the charms can be a little bit loud when I shuffle them, so if you don't like that sound, or if you have really high volume on, you might just want to turn it down a little bit while I shuffle them. So, group 1, December 2020. Okay, we've got the beautiful transformation charm there, and I can also see the fortress, so I definitely feel like, as I said before, you've been holding back a little bit, you've been shutting yourself off from others, or you've been worried about socializing, that you're not ready for it, etc. We've also got a creativity charm there with the paintbrush. We've got a snowman and a snowflake, and also a little bit of the Father Christmas charm, which unfortunately broke in my charm tin, and so they are all representative of winter time, which obviously Christmas is. and just December in general. We've also got a baby tapir. So when I get this, I kind of think two things. Firstly, there might be children involved who you're worried about providing for example. Or you might just be a very timid person, or someone who struggles to speak up or struggles to really identify what's wrong with yourself in a situation and express that. So that's coming through as someone needing to speak up more. This is pointing slightly upwards, so that's a good sign, good luck. You've got the manta ray that's telling you just to listen to your feelings, to go with what feels right for you. Don't push your boundaries too far. You are being guided at this time as well. And also you've got the ballerina, which for me is like the Page of Pentacles. So again, taking things just one step at a time, not rushing anything. You can see this tiny worry thread, but again, it's landed on this card about there not being anything to worry about. And you have this wisdom charm with the owl. So you always know what to do. And I think again, it's just emphasizing, listen to your body and know what you feel comfortable with at the moment, because there has been some kind of resentment or disappointment that's been bubbling up and needs to be released somehow. You need to have this this kind of cathartic experience where you just let out the way that you've been feeling, or you tell someone the way that you've been feeling, just to let it out. Because I feel like some of you, or the person who's going to be doing the confiding, you know, it might be your friend or your family member, someone has been manipulated recently. We've got the crocodile. Someone has been kind of bent to the will of another person who just wanted to use them or wanted to get something from them or get them to help them in some way, but they weren't prepared to offer anything in return. And this has become a little bit of a skeleton in the closet for someone. It's become something that's caused pain, even though I don't think it's still ongoing. I feel like this person is no longer being manipulated or no longer talking to that person, but it still feels like it's affecting them. So if that feels like it's you, then it's just saying again, get it out, speak to someone, do something about it. If not, be prepared that someone may come to you and explain this situation that they've been going through. And then finally, you've got this key, which is nice because keys are all about solutions. They're all about finding solutions to problems or unlocking difficult situations. But because it's got this Triskelion on the key, I'm going to pull you a homemade Manannán card. And it's funny because when you got the Swan card, I was thinking about Manannán because there is this Celtic folktale called The Children of Leah. So Manannán Mac Lia is the son of the sea. He's the Celtic sea god. But there is also this folktale called The Children of Leah, in which these children are turned into swans. Leah being the sea, by the way. So yeah, it just kind of brought that back to my mind. But I'm going to pull you one of these cards and see what Manannán wants to tell you. Oh, you've got two cards. So Divine Rescue, first of all. Now that's a nice card to have. And then Beneath the Waves. Right, lovely. So let me explain these cards. So Beneath the Waves says that lots of things have been going on kind of beneath the surface for you. Like we've got that kettle charm, and that's what it's all about. It's like you've been harboring a lot of thoughts or a lot of feelings that have just been building up, and from the surface everything seems fine. You know, people don't know that you've been struggling, or you know, it could be a situation where you've been hoping something will happen, and on the surface you can't see that that would happen. You can't see that anything has been indicating that, but kind of internal circumstances are making it work out for you. So that's what that message is saying. And then Divine Rescue is saying that there is going to be some kind of divine intervention, that deities or angels possibly are going to get involved and they're going to help you out in this month. So I really do feel that there's nothing to worry about as far as this month goes for you, Group 1. So let's just do your dice as well to finish up your reading. Okay, the first set of dice is what we're rolling, and that is the fantasy dice. These ones. And I'm rolling 4 of them for you today. Group 1, December. Okay, yeah, so I mean, we've got the labyrinth, first of all, there, and the labyrinth just makes me feel like you've lost your way, or you feel like you've just gotten lost in thoughts or lost in emotions, and you're no longer feeling on the right path. So I feel like that does resonate with a lot of what we've been hearing here as well. I also get the sense that some of you feel as though you are just not good enough in a way. This may resonate for those of you that aren't in romantic relationships but would like to be, or who have just had some kind of friendship breaking up. You feel as though you've done something wrong, or like you weren't a good enough friend, or you're not a good enough romantic prospect. I think for some of you as well, you're going to be making friends with someone that you didn't expect to be kind to you in this month. So that's a message for some of you. It won't apply to all of you, but that's just a message that I'm getting. Then we've got the Moses basket. And I always think again about divine rescue when I get this dice. I think about being like pushed to safety. You know, the baby's put in the basket, it floats down the river, and he's taken in by someone who takes care of him. So that's what I feel about that. It's about being protected, it's about being shielded by the divine or by someone kind. And then we have this person who is shifting to a new reality, or who is gaining a new level of consciousness. So again, there is that sense of discovery here and understanding that we've been talking about throughout this reading. So I'm really interested to know what it is that you're going to find out, or what you're going to gain a deeper understanding of in this month, group 1. But in general, it seems like a really good month. So nothing to worry about as far as I can see in the cards, and you're just going to be seeing out this year in a much more peaceful way than you expected. So I really hope you enjoyed this reading. Please do give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and let me know in the comments as well how it resonated, because all of these things really do help my videos get seen by more people. So you're helping out the channel as well as giving me something nice to read. I do try to reply to all of your comments, and I read all of them as well. So definitely let me know how this resonated with you. Thank you again to my lovely client for getting these gorgeous cards. I'm so happy with them. And also, if you would like to support the channel in any way, I have links in the description box to help you do that. So you might want to go and follow me over on Instagram, where I'm posting daily cards, or follow me on Bilibili actually as well if you are a Chinese viewer. We've been posting videos on there for a while now. I also have my Patreon page where you get access to exclusive content and monthly rewards in return for showing support for the channel, and you also get to know me a little bit better over there. We did a Q&A session over there recently, which was quite fun. I have my PayPal link for tips and donations to help me keep making these videos, and of course I have my Amazon wishlist for new tarot and oracle decks, which is where I got these lovely cards from. And actually a few of the cards that I've been using today have come from very kind people donating to the channel, so thank you to everyone who has done that or who's donated in any way. It really does help out the channel, and it's just so lovely to know that so many of you care. I am still offering as well angel healing sessions over on my Etsy page, so if that interests you, definitely go and check it out. And just have a wonderful month ahead, group 1. I hope you have a great December. I hope you have a great end to the year, and take care of yourselves, and I'll see you again soon. Bye bye. Hi there, group 2. If you chose the man playing the violin on the moon, and then also the Halloween tarot, then this is your reading. So let's see what's coming up for you in December. I really can't believe that the year is going to be over. It just seems like this year has gone by so quickly. Okay, so let's see what these cards say. We've got the 4 of Pumpkins, first of all, which is the 4 of Pentacles. 5 of Pumpkins. Group 1 got this card as well. 5 of Pentacles. The Sun. 7 of Ghosts, which is 7 of Cups. And then 3 of Bats, 3 of Swords. Wow, okay, a bit of a roller coaster going on here, group 2. I feel like there is going to be a little bit of disappointment in December, and I think it's connected to not being able to see people in the way that you normally would at this time. I think for many of us, it's going to be a very different experience of the holiday period, and I feel like in a way, you let that get to you more than you expected it to, just because you kind of are thinking, oh, well, I would have done this, or maybe you see pop up on your social media like a memory of something that happened last year and you're like, oh my God, things were so different then. I think you kind of dwell on that a little bit in this month. And I get that some of you as well are possibly worried about health or worried about money as well, how you're going to afford certain things or how you're going to travel to see people or accommodate people over this time of year. So I get that as well. And I think some of you as well just worried about spending time with people when you're not really in the habit of doing that anymore. Like some of you are just really out of practice with socializing, and so you're worried about being overwhelmed by that. But I think in the end what I'm being drawn the most to is the sun in the very center of your reading, which is kind of radiating out to all of the other cards, regardless of the worries that you might have or the feelings of disappointment that you might have, the sun is there. So there is this underlying happiness, there is this underlying joy and feelings of celebration, and also looking forward to something new is what I'm getting here. Like you're looking forward to the new year, you're hoping things are going to be different and a lot better next year than they have been in this year for you. So that's what I'm seeing coming through quite strongly, but I'm interested to see what the oracle cards are going to say. And then of course, if you're new to the channel, make sure you stick around and get your full reading, because we'll be doing charms and dice here as we always do when we've got all of the cards out. Number 48, disengage from outcomes. Yeah. Let go so you can open yourself to the highest love that you deserve. Find ways to release worry or any unresolved lack of forgiveness that you might be holding on to. And I definitely get that's what's going on here. I feel that some of you have just been so worried about how things are going to work out, or you let yourself get really worked up about things, and in the end the cards are just saying, look, if you detach from that, if you stop worrying so much about things being perfect or what will happen with this person or how will we afford this, then you just take things as it comes, and that can be a lot better. It can make it a lot easier on your mind than focusing on all of these things at once. So number 20, the littlest fairy. Appreciate the beauty and value of the exquisite and small. So I'm wondering if this relates to children for some of you, like enjoying spending time with children. But I think as well, especially for those of you that are really used to having massive family get-togethers or huge friend or work parties in this time, it's just saying enjoy spending more quality time with people in a more quiet way, like getting closer to a certain amount of people rather than having like a massive quantity of people to hang around with and not really getting that quality time with individual people. So I feel like that's what this card is telling you. And then we have number 11, Barnabas and the Prince. Adventures, discovery, travel, and meeting destiny. So something important is going to happen for you in December, group 2, and it's possible that you're going to meet a special person as well, because Barnabas and the Prince can be about going out there looking for a romantic partner or looking for someone who you were fated to meet, whether that is romantic or a friendship, or some of you possibly looking for lost family members even. Okay, then we have number 11 again, so 11's come up twice for you. Mwyn, vine. Okay, so I will need to read from the guidebook for that, but let me just get a couple more cards before I do. Storm, number 44, every hurricane comes to an end. Yeah, I get this feeling that there is going to be like some worries carried over into this month that you're possibly already experiencing, and this is just saying that this is going to fizzle out by the end of December. You know, any worries that you might have had or any stress that you might have been feeling is going to disappear, and you're going to be looking forward to the new year with a lot of positivity, with a lot of relish for something new and something fresh, because you know the storm clears the air. And that's the energy that I'm getting from that card, is that things that have been heavy on you and have been feeling like oppressive and stopping you from breathing in a sense are just going to be cleared, and you're going to be a lot freer by the end of this year. Yeah, expect powerful change, new moon eclipse. Beautiful card. One more. Slow and steady, number 12. Just, as I said, keep taking it one day at a time or one issue at a time. Let's see what that vine card means. Curious about that one now. Okay, so the vine is connected to lions, sylphs, nymphs, elves, fairies, spirit guides, Dionysius, the green man, Pan, Lu, and the mother aspect of the goddess. So lots of things connected to it. And this is about bringing things to fruition. It's about abundance, harvest, community, prophecy, celebration, laughter, enjoyment, ecstasy, lovely energies surrounded with this card. It's all about like the cornucopia energy where you just have things in abundance. So when you get this card, you're promised abundance and fulfillment. You harvest what you've worked so hard to create. You can expect results and tangible manifestation. Pat yourself on the back, take your bows, and enjoy the recognition and applause. However, you're also asked to watch for signs of arrogance and hubris. Do not take this fulfillment for granted. Rather, sing praises of gratitude and count your blessings. This card suggests a celebration. This can be simply shared gratitude for the bounty available at this time of year. Get together with others and celebrate your community. Be grateful together for all that you have. So I think that's just a lovely message of things to look forward to. And again, although it may be different to what you're used to in the sense of how many people are there or what you're able to do, I really feel like it's going to be something which is very qualitative for you and you really do enjoy it in a way that you didn't expect. A theme, boundaries. Okay, so I want to say thank you again for this gorgeous card deck that my lovely client and subscriber has got for us. So yeah, setting boundaries. And now I'm wondering if this is about limiting numbers of people and if you're the kind of person who's like, the more the merrier, and then you realize that that might make other people feel uncomfortable at this time or that it's just not possible at this time. And so you're feeling like, actually, I feel restricted. But again, I feel like what the cards are saying is try to appreciate this opportunity that you have to spend more quality time with others rather than getting together in big groups and not getting to speak to everyone properly, if that makes sense. Like, it makes sense in my head, but I might not be explaining it very well. Happy family, number 4. Oh, that's a lovely card. Yeah, and like I said, there's not very many people in this card, but they're spending positive time together. So even if you can only get together with a few friends or a couple of family members, just enjoy spending that time with each other. Really cherish the people that mean a lot to you in this month. This is a time to just state what you're grateful for, even if it feels like nothing in comparison to what you would like or to what you used to have even. Just state thank you for what you're grateful for, because that encourages more abundance into your life. And I love the rainbow as well. It really reminds me of the 10 of Cups card in the tarot. Hawk. Wow. Okay. So I will read that guidebook as well, but I just want to get you one little work affirmation card. And then when I've read from that guidebook, we'll go on to the charms and dice. Hawk affirmation for December, group 2. Oh wow, this is the same as group 1. Success. That's what I like to see. I open the floodgates and call all kinds of success into my life. Little everyday at work success, big career-defining success, wild, unimagined, unexpected success. All success is welcome here, as long as it doesn't park in the neighbour's driveway. He will yell at us and break up the party. Fail. Okay, yeah, so just welcoming success into your life. And I think, again, it resonates with what I was saying about when you give thanks for things or when you express gratitude, you recognise the things that you have to be grateful for. It opens up your energy to allow more abundance to come in, to allow yourself to receive new things. So let's find the Hawk card in this guidebook. Okay, watchful, all-seeing messenger of the divine. The sharp eyes of the hawk watch our every move. This keen-eyed bird has the ability to see every little detail as well as the bigger picture. When this card appears, fate has its eyes on you and the winds are shifting. It is said that the hawk carries news upon its wings and is sent from divinity itself to deliver it. The message should not be taken lightly, though it may seem small or insignificant. Again, this message that we keep getting for this reading, it will eventually redirect your course. Wow. So yeah, I do feel like there's a lot of change coming for you, and it might seem kind of negligible at first. It might seem like something which is just very small or takes place in a very small, slow, gradual way, but it just builds up and builds up and builds up. Now, I am noticing, as well as the 2 11s that you also got 44 and then 4. So that could also be a special number for you. So, group 2, I'm going to do your charms now, but just my usual warning, if you don't like the sound of the charms being shuffled, or if you have really high volume, you might just want to turn it down while I shuffle them, because they can be a bit loud, and I know some people don't like the sound of it, although some people really do. So group 2, December 2020. Okay, so first of all, I'm seeing the pumpkin, which for me is a sign of autumn. So I'm wondering if there are some issues kind of hanging over from the autumn time that you feel are going to affect you in this month, or that you maybe haven't fully processed. I'm also getting live, love, laugh, which is about simplifying your life. Again, being grateful for those little things. I do see that there is love around you. There are people who care. And possibly in the past, you felt like that this wasn't the case, because we've got this love charm which is kind of hanging by a thread. So when I get this, I think of love in a precarious position, but then it's landed on this gorgeous happy family card. So I really do feel like you're going to be patching up relationships with people who you've fallen out with in the past, or people who you just haven't felt have been there for you when you needed them. We've got the frog there, which is about making great progress, being very adaptable to new experiences. And there's also an element of sentimentality and nostalgia there, looking back on the past. You have a guardian angel watching over you, and you're going to have reason to celebrate as well. That's coming through quite strongly in the cards as well as the charms that you've got. You have the Russian doll, so for some of you there may be a connection to Russia or Russian-speaking countries or people who speak Russian. Or even just someone whose name is Russian, but it's not, like, they're not connected to Russia, so they might be called like Victor or something, but then they don't have any connection to Russia themselves, but that's coming up for some of you. And it can also be about bottling up the way that you're feeling, because I can see as well that we've got this locked heart. And when I get messages like this in the charms, it means to me that someone's not being fully open about the way that they're feeling, or someone maybe hasn't let out the way that they've been feeling for a while. So this might be what's been building up since autumn, that you know you're going to see someone around December time who you felt wasn't there for you when you needed them, or who you felt could have treated you better. So yeah, there may be a conversation about that. You may be feeling the need to open up about that in this month. We've got the hare there as well, which is about fertility, and it's also about being yourself. Mad as a March hare is that lovely expression that I love to use. Then we have also the white rabbit from Alice in Wonderland. And so to me, that's about feeling like you've missed the boat in some ways, feeling like you're running late, or like you are kind of behind other people in other ways. So there may be a little bit of anxiety about that, about meeting up with family members that you think are just so much better than you, or meeting up with friends and knowing that they're going to tell you about the charity run that they did, or, you know, these other things that they've been able to do while you've not been feeling up to doing things. So maybe that's what's causing you a little bit of anxiety as well. We've got the haunted house there as well, things from the past that just won't get out of your mind, and the worry thread obviously wrapped around with it, but it's landed on that card about storms coming to an end. And then we have the monkey So some of you may be born in the year of the monkey or the year of the rabbit, because those are coming through quite strongly. But the monkey is about light-hearted energy, being playful, allowing yourself to laugh or be a little bit childish as well. And then finally, we've got the conch shell. And so this is a charm that I associate with deities like Poseidon, Neptune, Triton, Vishnu as well, I believe, is associated with this type of shell. So those could be patron deities for you, or ones that are just coming out to help you in this particular month. So let's get your dice on top, group 2, and finish off your reading. Okay, so I'm rolling the second set of dice for you. And that's the original dice. They look like this. And we're rolling 5 of them for you today. Okay. Group 2, December. Okay, so we've got Libra energy coming through here, and this also, I feel, it reminds me of the Justice card from the tarot, like things working out in your favor. And we've got the Fountain, which for me is very like the Ace of Cups as well, this feeling of abundance, of lots of emotion coming to you, lots of new feelings as well, possibly towards people, or like I was saying, patching up your relationship with someone who has upset you, building bridges, you know, healing those relationships, encouraging communication between people, searching for something as well. And when I get this, I kind of think you're going to find what it is that you're looking for. So whatever it is that you're seeking from life, or just from this period of time, I feel like you're going to be getting that, or you're going to be finding whatever it is that you're looking for, like I was saying with that whole fated meeting thing. And then the house as well, household, family, material security, stability, etc. So if those things were worrying you, again, I don't think there's a need to worry. I feel like you are going to be well provided for at this time. So I hope this resonated with you, group 2. Please let me know in the comments how it did. I love replying to your comments. I do read them all as well. Also give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. These things really do help my videos get seen by more people, so you're not just showing your support to me, but you're also helping out the channel in a big way. So thank you to everyone that does that. And if you'd like to show your support in a different way, I have links in the description box to help you do that. So you might want to go ahead and follow me on Instagram, where I'm posting daily cards. You might want to follow me on Bilibili. For any Chinese viewers out there, I've got an account over on Bilibili. I've got my Patreon page, of course, where you get exclusive content and monthly rewards in return for helping out the channel. Plus you get to know me a little bit better over there as well. I recently did a Q&A session on there, which was quite fun to film. I've never done something like that before, so I really enjoyed that. I also have my PayPal link for tips and donations to help me keep making these videos, and of course my Tarot and Oracle wishlist over on Amazon. A few of these decks have come from that actually, so thank you again to my lovely client who got me this lovely deck. I'm really enjoying it already. It's just such a beautiful deck. Thank you to everyone who has donated, by the way, whether it was a deck or just a donation, or someone who is on Patreon. Thank you for doing that. And also I am still offering angel healing sessions for anyone interested in that. Go and check that out over on my Etsy page. And yeah, have a lovely month ahead. Have a great end to your year, group 2, and take care of yourselves, and I'll see you again soon. Bye bye. Hey there, group 3. If you chose the Lighthouse and the Faery Tarot, then this is your reading. So let's take a look at what the cards want to tell you. I can't believe it's going to be the end of the year already. This year has just flown by so quickly for me, and for a lot of people that I know as well. Goodness. So group 3, December. Okay, so let's see what cards have popped out for you. So we've got the 10 of Bells there, which is the 10 of Pentacles, so that's a good start. Then the King of Hearts, King of Cups, 9 of Bells, or 9 of Pentacles, and then 4 of Bells. Wow. Okay, so I feel like there's a lot to do here with spending time with the ones that you love. There's a lot to do with financial and material security, kind of pampering yourself in a way as well. I get this sense of luxury coming through from these cards, of doing things that just feel, you know, a little bit like you're spoiling yourself just to take your mind off things possibly, or to feel like you're seeing the year out in a positive way. I also get the energy as well, though, from the 4 of Bells, which is the 4 of Pentacles, a card that Group 2 got as well, that you're possibly feeling a little overwhelmed with the whole idea of spending time with people, or buying gifts for lots of people, cooking a big meal possibly, if that's what you do. You know, there's this energy here of not feeling like you don't have the energy to do this, feeling like you're just not prepared on an energetic level to do all of this kind of thing. So there is that worry for you there, I think, that it's going to be a very tiring month. But that's not necessarily what I'm seeing in the cards. I should point out as well that, as well as kind of earth energies, I'm seeing Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces here. And that brings me on to the King of Cups. I think you're going to be growing closer to someone in this month. There might even be a special someone on your mind in a romantic sense, or someone that you just have your eye on. So definitely would recommend this group watching the love predictions video for December that I'm going to be doing next. But I'm curious to see if anything related to this comes out in our cards anyway. Definitely spending time with loved ones in this month. That's coming through quite strongly for you. Number 22, take note. Your answers are being given to you. Quieting external voices and excessive noise will give you the chance to hear what is being offered. So that just brings me back again to this card. You know, I'm wondering if you just want to be left alone a little bit to listen to the messages that you're being given. You want to be left alone to just digest everything that's happening. You don't always want to be switched on all the time, talking to people or thinking about other people. You know, not in a selfish way, but you just don't want to always be entertaining others. Number 2, yeah, solace, return to nature, tree wisdom, natural remedies, and flower essences. And again, it's super interesting because obviously this little fairy prince, actually, because he's got a crown on his head, is like sleeping in nature underneath the mushroom. So keep being drawn back to that card here. And of course you've got 22 and then 2, so maybe 2 is 2, or 22, or 222 is an important number for you. We've been getting a lot of these repeated numbers in this reading today, not just for this group. Okay, then we've got number 9, Call, Hazel. And I will need to look at the guidebook for that card, but I think I'm just going to get you a few more cards before I do that. Witch, number 27, Justice is coming. Wow, okay, so things are going to even out for you in December. You're going to get a sense of justice, or you're going to feel like things are working out in the right way, or the best possible way. Just looking at the image of that card as well makes me think that some of you are going to be changing your style, changing your wardrobe, maybe receiving or buying a few new pieces for your wardrobe, and that might be what the luxury cards are relating to, that you're splashing out a bit more than you maybe would do normally. Then you have Hold Your Vision, Fixed Moon, so keep a clear idea of what it is that you want in your mind. Spirit of Place, number 4. Interesting. So that card is about getting to the essence of a question in order to find the answer. So I think it gives the example of looking for more love and then asking why exactly you feel that way, you know, trying to cultivate more love in your life rather than searching for it outside of yourself. And then that brings you into right alignment with love. So getting to the essence of every question to truly understand it. So then the Hazel card is associated with the hare, scarab beetle, tortoise and turtles, crab, salmon, Gaia, great mother goddesses like Isis and Sophia, the Fintan and the white ancient one. So this is all about water, the moon, beauty and abundance, intuition, divination, poetry and knowledge. So this is about the feminine nature, changing of the moon, the lunar principle of receptivity and mystery, and the goddess Sophia of higher wisdom are all relevant now. Your female lineages have something to say to you, as do your spiritual heritages. Take some quiet time to tune in and listen for their nurturing messages. Wow! Take your intuition seriously. Find time to sit by a body of water near your home, a lake, the ocean, a river, or a stream. This tree suggests appreciation. Appreciate cycles. What cycle are you in right now? This tree says that acceptance of where you are right now, as it is impossible to push the river. It's a time to give gratitude for all that you have and to honor the earth. Notice the abundance around you. This is a time for family and family reunions. Oh my goodness. So this just really resonates with everything that we've got from this reading so far. And of course, I'm drawn again to this card because it said scarab beetles. And, you know, this beetle here looks oddly familiar to a scarab beetle. So that's just so crazy that you've got that. Wow. Beautiful. Okay, let's see what your other cards want to tell you. I love it when cards just really go together like that. Book of Shadows, secret. Okay, so you might be learning about a secret in this month, or it might just be that you get that channeled message that you need from your ancestors or your guides, as was being said. You might also be confiding a secret in someone else at this time, or letting someone know your feelings. Rest and rejuvenation in the reverse, number 19. So I feel like that's something that you have not been prioritizing, and something that you're going to need more of in December is better sleep, more downtime, more quiet time, as we've seen through these cards. It's something that you need to take more seriously, group 3, because I think you're the kind of person who just keeps going until you physically can't keep going anymore. And so you really need to prioritize sleeping, drinking water, resting, having time for yourself so that you don't burn out. Starfish. Okay, I really get strong healing energy from starfish, but I will read from that guidebook. But first I just want to pull you a work affirmation card, and then we'll do your charms and dice. So work affirmation. Prep work. I make friends with the quiet loners, organization and planning, and I suddenly realize how cool they are. I start hanging out with them and I bend to their influence. I even allow them to give my daily habits a makeover. Normally I wouldn't succumb to peer pressure, but isn't efficiency the best? Come on, just let me fill in one more bullet journal. I promise I'll be able to stop. So that's your work affirmation, is getting more of the prep work done before work starts, so that you're more prepared. You're more able to take part in everything. So let's look for the starfish card in the guidebook. Starfish. Okay. Beautiful, alluring, superficial, or shallow. The starfish is a natural and exquisite beauty, mesmerizing to all. Being around someone with starfish energy is a thrill, like you've been put under a spell of divinity itself. The problem is that these creatures have been reliant on how they look and what other people think of them for so long that they may have forgotten their deeper callings. When this card appears, it's important to ask, am I being swayed by outward appearances? What dreams have I put aside to please others? Okay, that's interesting. I wonder if that's connected to the possible romantic interest that you have for this month, or if it's just about maybe not realizing what you would like to do because you're just taking things at face value. Okay, so group 3, I'm going to do your charms now. So as usual, I'm going to give my little warning that if you don't like the sound of the charms being shuffled, or if you have the volume turned up really high, you might just want to turn it down while I shuffle them, because they can be a little bit loud, and I know some of you just don't like the sound of that, although some of you really do. So each to their own, but I always try to give that little warning before I start. So group 3, December 2020. Okay, so you've got the olive branch here, which is about reaching out to someone, maybe wanting to patch up your relationship with someone, offer forgiveness to someone. I can see that you felt that things haven't been going your way for a little while, and you're going to see progress at this time. You're going to see a big leap forward because you've chosen to adapt to the situation rather than wait for the situation to adapt to you. You've also got 2 pumpkins. And I only have 2, so they're my symbols that indicate autumn time. So I'm wondering if this thing that is kind of unresolved for you took place in the autumn, or kind of had a big effect on your autumn and is still hanging over into December time. You've got the vine as well, which is about endurance, resilience, always coming back when you've been knocked down. You know, you cut at a vine and it just keeps growing back. You think you've got rid of it, and part of it is just hiding in a crack somewhere, and then it's going to just completely overgrow everywhere again. And I see in many ways that you've been holding someone or an idea on a pedestal as well. That's what I'm getting from this starfish card combined with this charm, is this feeling of really idolizing someone or something and not seeing it for what it truly is. Maybe not seeing the downsides to it, or not seeing the imperfections there, and so you're just making it into a bigger thing in your head than it needs to be. But definitely in this month, there's going to be something to celebrate, and there's going to be a lot of fast progress as well, which is interesting because you've got this charm that suggests anxiety about timing, being worried about things happening too quickly or things happening too slowly, or that you're missing out on something because of time just passing you by. So it's interesting that you've got that charm. I can definitely see that you've been hurt by something or someone's really hurt you, or you feel kind of neglected by someone, but equally there's something you don't want to let go of. I would say just don't rush yourself with this. Even if things around you are really changing, don't feel the need to rush your own feelings in order to keep up with that. And I think for a lot of you, this is related to interpersonal relationships. You have fire elementals working with you on your side. So some of you might have strong fire energy in your chart, or this may just not be something that you were previously aware of, but you do have these fire elementals around you who are working with you, trying to help you. That would be dragons, salamanders, that kind of thing. You've got a good luck charm there, which is really nice. You've got Little Red Riding Hood, so that represents the feminine, and the feminine needs to be assertive in this month. The feminine needs to not allow themselves to be tempted to be pulled off a certain path, their right path, by anyone else. You know, that card, again I'm saying card, that charm always reminds me of when someone's trying to make you do something that they would prefer you to do, like this kind of wolf figure who's like, oh, we could do this, or you know, it would be better if you did that. And it's important that you stand your ground in this month if you are a feminine and you say, no, I'm going to do what I need to do. Don't be afraid of putting a few noses out of joint, I would say. There's the creative energy here as well. So maybe some of you are writing in a secret diary, and that's what the telling of a secret is about. You have this cartouche of divine protection. And this says that you're going to be watched over and protected for this lifetime and into your next one as well. It's like a 2-lifetime deal whenever I get that charm. Also, some of you have a Russian connection here, because we've got the Russian doll. So there may be someone around you who speaks Russian, or some connection to Russia or countries where Russian is spoken. Or maybe just someone who has a Russian name, like Anna, for example, but they're not actually from Russia, if you get what I mean. That's what this charm comes out to say. But it's also connected again with bottling up your feelings and not telling anyone what you're thinking and just putting on that brave face. You can see there's an important animal for a lot of you at this time as well. And then also we have this shell, which for me is Aphrodite or Venus coming out to help you, the Greek and Roman goddess of love and beauty. So you've got this energy surrounding you of love. So let's also do your dice, group 3, to finish off your reading. Okay, we're rolling the 4th set of dice. That's the Looney Tunes dice. These ones. And I'm rolling 8 of them for you today, so nearly all of them. Week 3, December. Wow, okay, so a lot of things coming up here. Firstly, I think some of you have really been beating yourselves up about something, and there has been a disagreement or a situation where someone's words or actions have left you feeling hurt. And I kind of get that being brought back up a little bit in this month, possibly because you're seeing that person again, or you're seeing someone who knows that that happened, and you kind of feel like, in a sense, you associate that person with the memory of what happened, even though they weren't directly involved. And Sylvester as well. Sylvester coming up always makes me think of someone who feels second best, or someone who feels, in a way, not good enough. So I'm wondering if that's how this other person made you feel, and that kind of brings up these emotions again in this month. But again, you've just got to remember that that's not the truth. That's just how you were made to feel, or that's how you personally reacted to a certain situation. You're definitely being asked to store up your energy in this month as well. With that barn there, it's saying, look, just keep getting good sleep or catch up on sleep in this month. I see you kind of improving, in a sense, overcoming something. You feel like you've moved on a little bit in this month, like you've made great leaps and bounds. Also, the catapult is interesting, like something new begins in this month, something that's quite powerful for you or quite unexpected. And then finally, Bugs Bunny, who is, of course, I would say the main protagonist in Looney Tunes. And so this is about you being the center of your own world. And although you might be spending lovely time with people in this month, it's important that you take care of yourself and you remember that you are the most important character in your life story, essentially. Everyone else is just a peripheral character or a secondary character. You're the main event, and you've got to take care of yourself in this month and make yourself realize that you are the main event. So I hope that makes sense. Group 3. Please let me know in the comments how this resonated with you. I love replying to your comments, and I do read all of them as well. Please also like this video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, because all of those things really help my videos get seen by more people. So it's a great way to help me out and support the channel if you'd like to do that. Also, I have other ways to support the channel linked in the description box. You might want to go ahead and follow me on Instagram if you want to see daily cards that I post over there. And I also have a Bilibili account, so if you're a Chinese viewer, definitely go ahead and follow me on Bilibili as well. I'm basically just posting the same videos so that Chinese viewers who can't get around the firewall to watch YouTube are able to watch my videos. I also have a Patreon page where you get access to exclusive content and monthly rewards in return for supporting the channel. You also get to know me a little bit better over there. I did a Q&A session on there recently that was a lot of fun to film. People got to ask me their questions, and that was quite interesting. I have also a PayPal link for tips and donations to help me keep making these videos. And of course, my tarot and oracle wish list over on Amazon. So if you are feeling really generous like my lovely client was, then please do go ahead and check that out and see if there's anything that you would like to get for the channel on there. That would be so kind of you. I want to say thank you just to anyone who has donated, like everyone, even if it was a deck or a PayPal donation or you became a Patreon. Thank you so much for supporting me. It really means an awful lot to me, and you've helped bring so much diversity to this channel. So thank you. I can't say thank you enough, honestly. I say it at the end of every video, but I truly mean it. So thank you. And for anyone who's interested, I am still offering angel healing sessions over on my Etsy page. So if that interests you, definitely go and check it out. But yeah, group 3, I hope you have a lovely month ahead. I hope you have a great end to the year. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you again soon. Bye bye.